Hello, welcome back followers to my channel Martin Day Trades. I am Martin Gonzalez and I want to bring to you guys some great news today. I got my fifth qualifying winning trade of a minimum $200 to qualify for a payout. Now it has been about a month and a couple of days, trading days, for me to stack my 5 wins. Now I did have one win that was $198.51 cents or 52 cents, and that's because that was my first winning trade where I had to take profit at $200, but I did not account for the $1.52 or 48 cent commission fee, so it did not add up to that $200 winning trade. But no worries, I ended up getting $725.84 total, so I will be withdrawing $362.92. I did do some math, and some of the trades that I overtraded, especially on one losing day where I kind of crashed out, I took an extra 4 trades, so that's $400. If I'm only allowed to take half of my profits of my P&L out, 400 divided by 200, or 400 divided by 2 is 200. So adding 200 to this $362 would have been $562.92 for a payout. Plus a little bit of other things that I moved stop loss back to my negative 1%, or not negative 1%, but where I'm 50 point stop loss when I was break even on 2 or 3 trades. So those are $100 losses that I took that were unnecessary. Now, with that being said, I am going to be buying in 2 days my 4 combine accounts that I traded and lost went into trailing drawdown more than $2,000, reset in 2 days. So I won't be taking a trade tomorrow. I'll be letting my payment process actually hit my bank account so that I don't get dinged on the requirements, the rules to getting a payout. If you're requesting a payout and it hasn't fully processed into your account, shows up in your bank account as processed, Topstep will avoid that transaction and you have to submit it again. Or if you take a losing trade, you just have to do it again. But yeah, today I want to just show you guys the trade that I took, where I got out and where I could have got out, but I wasn't really wanting to get out there. I was looking to target the previous day high, and I know I'm talking. Let's just go to the charts and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. Did the markups: previous day high, liquidity, Asian session low. I have this 1 hour fair value gap drawn up here. If I go to the 1 hour chart, you guys can see that this bottom candle right here, the top of the wick, I have it drawn up and it went and targeted it. I'm at the 15-minute chart right now. I did a Fibonacci retracement from this low to this high. And you can see that it targeted this 38% continuation level right here. Right there, 38% right there. And it kind of went lower than this London low. Normally I like to take trades right at the London low. That would have been a risky trade, would have been close to getting stopped out. I believe I got in at 8.9. Yes, I did. I got in at 8.9. I could have got in right at that fair value gap, which would have been 44,585, which would have been a 4-point difference. Or I could have got in at that 38% continuation level, which would have been, 44,582. So 82, 89, there's a 7-point difference right there. But regardless, I still got up here. What's 7 points? I was looking to take profit up here at the previous day high, but it didn't reach for it. It went to this 800 level, which I probably should have just taken out right at that 800. It was already past TP4. This is at TP 4.22. And anywhere above that, really, I should have just kind of taken out, and I would have been able to get probably an additional $30, $40 added to my payout this time around, but it didn't. I'm gonna delete, or not delete it. I'm gonna show you guys where I got out. right there. Okay. So I got in right here. You guys can see the time is 9:30. As soon as it came down, got into here. I had a buy limit order. I don't place market executions anymore. I get too emotional, like I'm missing the train or something. And if it takes off, I would have rather get this entry right here, this good entry, right? This is where my buy limit order was. I'd rather get this like really good entry. But if it would have tapped this London low and then taken off, I would have waited for this move up and then waited. I would have done a Fibonacci retracement. Let's go to the 5-minute. And this is the break and retest. Remember, guys, I tell you guys, if you miss the trade, you guys can see where the volume wants to go. Bullish, you guys can get in for a break and retest. You guys could have gotten in here somewhere. Let's do a fib from this low to that high of right here, low right here to this high, and you can see that it retraced to this 50% mark. We could do that, do a 50-point stop, and target a 1 to 2. Even a 1 to 3 probably would have sufficed, right? So 1 to 3, well within that 800 range. It could have had a really good trade right here as well. So let's go ahead and exit out of that. And I got out right here once, right at this candle when it came down. I was hesitant on taking profit up in this range. I had originally had it at this like 778, 779, which would have given me a TP 3.7, close to a 3.4 take profit, but I didn't. I said, well, I'll go right under this 79% fib level, this from here to here, because if it starts to come down and not reclaim to go higher, it's going to probably come down, and that's exactly what it did. Under these lows, people had their trailing stop losses, because once it broke under here, it just, everybody was, getting off the train. It's hot potato, right? So, don't get caught holding the bag. So just, that's what I did. So what I want to do is I want to come up here, and I want to I want to do 2 of these actually, and then just so that I can know. This probably could have got away with a 25-point stop, but that's risky. I would rather just do a 50, which is well within range, and then go to TP3 800 level, which would have been, right there. So that trade would have played out, and it would have been, out for the day right there. I'm going to actually do the 5-minute chart. I need to do the 5-minute chart and copy image. We're going to go to the dashboard on TradeZella. You guys can see that my green bars are now stacking. Remember, small losses are okay. This one is unacceptable. This one is sort of unacceptable, and this one is really unacceptable. If I would have just taken a $50 savings, $100 savings, that's $150 plus 300 or 400 there, that's $550. That's $250 right there, and right that I could have had added to this trade, to my payout, plus a couple of break-even trades. I moved my stop loss, like 2 of them, so that's an extra 100, so $350. It is what it is, guys. It's okay. I know, lately I know I can catch TP3s, TP4s, TP5s, because I know that these things move 150, 200 points on average. So if I can catch a TP3, TP4, I'm doing really good. Winners are outweighing the losers. So let's go to the journal, daily journal. We're going to go to Monday, add note, write something. Today, I caught an amazing trade off the 38% continuation level from the Asian low to the London high. Then it also aligned with the 1 hour fair value gap, and it also aligned. What else did it align with? It also aligned with the, let's go back. I just want to make sure. Running the London low. Okay, running the London low. With running the London low, and it was right at the New York Open 9:30 time. Well, it wasn't really right at 9:30. I think it was like 9:35. 9:35. I'll put 9:33 a.m. My trade idea was A+, and my trade management was A+. Okay. So from here, I'm just gonna do paste and paste this trade so that when I review my notes, I can see where it came. It all was in that same area, London low, you know, but that 1 hour fair value gap, 38% fib. I probably could have gone at like 5-point better entry, which remember at the end of the day, it's all about being precise in a general area, but precise in that general area, and then targeting areas of liquidity, targeting where the opposite side of traders who haven't stepped in or who are willing to enter a trade or get out of a trade are looking to exit or enter. And I just didn't catch that higher time frame order block. Oh, let's put the target, okay? The target was the higher time frame order block, 1 hour, and the 800 big figure level. Okay, sweet. We can actually do that. Okay, sweet, save. And what I want to do, guys, is I want to just kind of go over my metrics with you guys and show you guys what it looks like to have a, you know, the trade win percentage. This little box means reflects the percentage of your winning trades out of your total trades taken. That I'm only have 36% of my trades that I've taken that are winners. You know, but that's the thing, like I only need 36%, maybe even 34% to even pull profits, but or even 30%, because with 30% this day that I crashed out on, I could have still minimized losses to have overall net positive. Profit factor is total profits divided by total losses. A profit factor above 1 indicates a profitable trading system. Mine is a 1.47. Day win percentage reflects the percentage of your winning trading days out of your total trading days. So out of my day win percentage is 42% of the days that I've traded, I've won, and my average win-loss trade is a 2.62. So I'm looking to take a risk 1 and then my average trades are that I'm winning is 2.62. So if I'm risking 100, my average winning trade is $262. You guys can see here on the month, I'm actually doing pretty good. This week was really bad, and I think that was an extra $107 loss on that day. Horrible, $762. So yeah, this day right here really put a hiccup in my payouts. I probably would have had an extra $200 on this payout. But going forward, guys, I want to just okay, guys, so with that being said, I want to just ask you guys, let's go back. Hey guys, if you guys found value in today's video, please subscribe, like, comment. I'm gonna get my payout of $362.92. And yes, that may seem small, but it's the part of the journey, right? It's not trying to hit a home run and making $1 million overnight. It's about base hits. And I was trying to make $1 million my first year, and it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's if you're learning in your very beginning stages, 1 year, 2 years in, you're getting to a point. within your first year, you're realizing like, hey, this is much more difficult than what it is. It's not just technical analysis, it's emotional control. It's being able to control your psychology when entering the markets and being able to know that these are just lines on the screen. Make sure you're managing risk properly, something that doesn't give you anxiety, and you're making irrational decisions while the trade is going. Make sure to know where you want to exit. Make sure you know indicators to exit. Make sure your trailings stop. Make sure your moving stops to break even. Make sure you're entering where you want to enter. So preferably, if you don't have that discipline to wait for a price to wick into an area, or if it does wick and then you're hesitant to enter a trade, I just use a buy limit order or a sell limit order and call it a day. That's what I do. But other than that, please subscribe, like, comment. Today is my first day ever getting a payout. It's gonna be the first of many. In 2 days, I'm gonna be trading 4 combines so that I can link them to this. Last time I traded $500 each trade. This time I'm gonna do $250 and just take my time. I will, if it does take me more than a month, I do not care. I'm gonna just trade $250 and look to get to that $300 mark and not go below the $2,000 trailing stop loss, so that I could have 5 funded accounts all linked together. So let's just say theoretically, I had 5 accounts right now, but each one qualified for $362.92. So what I'm gonna do is just times that by 5. And if I had all 5 of my accounts right now, I would be withdrawing $1,814.60, right? Now let's say I had $500 able to withdraw if I was trading correctly, I didn't have a lot of losses, or just $500 per account times 5, that would be $2,500 I would be withdrawing this month. So that's how the numbers work, guys. Just don't risk a lot, stay disciplined, understand tomorrow is gonna come and there will be another setup. I'm showing you guys this, and just be in control of your emotions, be productive outside of trading. Don't look at the charts all day. If you have a hard time taking trades outside your trading time or after you've taken a win or a loss, lock your account out. If your broker doesn't have a feature like that, use Topstep X, and just after you take 1L, hurry up, lock yourself out. I know some people will say, well, why don't you just take a second trade? Well, no, I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is just have more patience. If I have a missing trade, like if the trade, I have a buy idea, the trade comes but doesn't enter my buy, I'm gonna wait for that volume to kick in, wait for a retracement, 38, 50% aligns with the higher low or something along those lines, right? And then get in for a TP2, TP3 and just have a small win for that day, but it'll add up. Now, thank you guys for tuning in. And I did it, guys. I got the first payout. If you've been following me on this journey, you guys know that this is what I've been working towards, what I'm gonna continue to do to exit my 9-to-5. Now, I doubt I'll quit my 9-to-5, but I'm definitely not gonna work. I'm not working full time right now, but I am working like 22 hours, but I would really like to just make sure it doesn't go above 20 hours a week, working at my family shop, maybe more along the lines of like 16 hours, just 2 full days maybe, or just 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. More along the lines of about 4, 8, 12, like 16 hours a week, right? Because I personally have to go clean the cabin once or twice a week that we own, Airbnbs. So if I go once a week, that's 1 day. But if I'm working 4-hour days for 4 days of the week, that's 4, 8, 12, 6, that's 16 hours. That's 100, for me, that's, 35 times 16, that's still $560 times 4. That's $2,240 at the end of the month. That's not quite enough to pay my bills, but I do have a large savings from making money from crypto, and I should be able to suffice with that and just focus on stacking my accounts right now, getting to that 5 max from Topstep X, making consistent $2,000 to $4,000 payouts a month, really locking in on my trade strategy, and then going from about $100 to maybe $125 of risk per trade to then maybe $150 risk per trade to maybe $175 and possibly even $200 of risk per trade. So Risk per trade, I think I'm around $360 for a payout. So if I was risking $200 in trade instead of 100, we'll just times that by 2. And right now I would be withdrawing 720. And if I had 5 accounts linked, that's $3,600 payout. So that's the goal, is to just kind of scale up my account, the total quantity of accounts, express accounts that I have, and then to scale the amount of contracts that I am taking. So right now I'm risking $100 for 50 points. Maybe I'll do $125. So instead of 100 for 200, I'll be risking 125 for 250, you know. And if I catch a TP4, that's 125 for $500 a trade, you know. And if I catch a TP6, that's $750. You know, that's really good money just for knowing where the liquidity lies and knowing where to enter those London highs, London lows. You know, this was essentially a London continuation move. Now, London was bearish, but this move from that low to that high from Asia to London was bullish, so I knew that this move could be bullish. Now, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow's, but I'm not going to trade. And if I do trade, I'm going to cancel those accounts, those 4 accounts, and then just buy 4 new ones and start them up tomorrow. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later.